Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about ideal solution for ideal Nyquist channel. In the previous lecture we have discussed about Nyquist criteria for distortionless transmission and the conditions required for zero ISI. From that I have taken this equation, that is summation n is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity p of f minus nRB is equal to TB. So here we observe that the ISI can be minimized by controlling PT, our pulse PT in time domain and PF in frequency domain. This equation shows that the sum of shifted version of Fourier transform of PT should be constant, and that constant is TB. We can write PF in the form of rectangular function that is given as PF is equal to 1 by 2W for the period of minus W to W, 0 for F is greater than W. Okay, so in rectangular function, by using rectangular function, our PF equation becomes 1 by 2W rect F by 2W. Now we can see the diagram of your rectangular function so that you will get clear about this equation, that we have substituted 1 by 2W in place of TB. What is the relation between W and TB? Okay, that we will see in our next slide. So if you look at this equation, if you substitute 0 here, you will get PF. If you substitute 1 here, you will get PF minus RB. And if you substitute 2 here, you will get P of F minus 2RB. That is, the value of n is going from minus infinity to plus infinity. And the sum of this shifted version of the Fourier transform of PT, that is equal to a constant TB. And this TB can be written as 1 by 2W. Okay, now let's move to the next slide. So what is the relation between W and TB? That is shown here. The overall system bandwidth W is defined as, okay, till now we are using our system bandwidth as W, capital W, and that W is equal to RB. RB stands for bit rate divided by 2. And we know that there is a relation between RB and TB, right? So RB is equal to 1 by TB. So we have substituted here. So your W is equal to 1 by 2 TB. Or you can write TB is equal to 1 by 2W. Now we have already discussed the relation between a rectangular function and sinc function. That is, rect function and sinc function both are Fourier transform pairs. Okay, so you can rewrite the equation PT as sinc 2WT. Okay, the rectangular function is written in frequency domain and your sinc function is written in time domain. So the general equation is A rect F by capital T is equal to, is the Fourier transform pair of AT sinc T capital T, AT sinc TT. Okay, when you solve this, you will get PT is equal to sinc 2WT. Now, the special value of bit rate RB is equal to 2W is called Nyquist rate. This is called 2W is called Nyquist rate and W is called your Nyquist bandwidth. Now let us see the diagrams of rect and sinc function. So this is given here. Okay. So this is your rect function, that is 1 by 2W rect F by 2W. You can see that the width is 2W. Okay, that means the value of capital T is equal to 2W. And what is the value of A? That is 1 by 2W here. That is A rect F by capital T. Clear? value of A is 1 by 2W and the value of capital T is 2W. Now it is the Fourier transform pair of sinc, right? So this is your sinc function. Sinc function is given in time domain as well as your rect function is given in frequency domain. So here we will use TB. Okay, here we will use TB. Now this is your sinc function which is in time domain. So the ideal band pass pulse transmission system is called the ideal Nyquist channel. Now let us discuss some points about it. As we have seen in the diagram of sinc pulse, the sinc pulses are coming out from the receive filter at a rate of 1 pulse for every TB second. Then the bandwidth needed for the channel is simply the bandwidth occupied by the sinc pulse, right? And it is equal to W, and we know that our W is equal to RB by 2, right? Third point, in the ideal Nyquist channel, it is possible to transmit at a bit rate of 2W. RB is equal to 2W, even with a channel of bandwidth of W. Okay, as we have seen here, what is the value of RB? RB is your bit rate and your bit rate is equal to 2W. Okay, but our bandwidth is limited to W. That means we are sending at a rate of 2W, but the bandwidth of the channel is only W. So it is theoretically possible, it is not practically possible, right? Okay, so theoretically we can say that with a bandwidth of W, we can send the information or the signal at a rate 2W. Okay, at a bit rate of 2W. Okay, so if we do like this, we can have an ideal Nyquist channel. Okay, or we can reduce your ISI, but it is not practically possible. Okay, so again here we have a diagram. Okay, that is if we give AK to our ideal Nyquist channel, you will get the output as PT, that is our pulse. So how we can get this PT? Since our AK goes through the transmit filter, then channel, then receive filter with impulse response of your GT, HT and CT. Here it is shown in the frequency domain. Okay, that is GF, HF and CF. You will get PTS output. Okay. Now, this is an example in which we have a binary sequence 101101 to just understand how our sync pulse is going. Okay. So, the function PT has its peak value at the origin and goes through 0 at integer multiples of the bit duration TB. It is apparent that if the received waveform yt is sampled at the instance of time t is equal to 0, then plus minus tb, then plus minus 2 tb, etc. The ISA can be eliminated. Okay, so here you can see the waveform that is shown here. Here we can see the sync pulses, okay, which is sampled at tb. You can see here the it is given that it is TB samples. Okay, at the end of the diagram you can see the samples as arrow is marked here. Okay, and the width is TB. Okay, now look at the sequence, binary sequence that is given as 1 0 1 1 0 1. So first we have drawn PT. And if you look at the PT, it starts from minus TB to plus TB. Okay, and its peak value shows at the origin. Look at PT, just look at PT only. Okay, and the value of PT, since our binary sequence, we have the first value that is 1. Okay, so it is drawn in the upper direction. Okay, this is your PT. Since it is a sync pulse, then the amplitude will be decreasing like this. Okay, second one is 0. How we can plot 0? It will be PT minus capital TB. Okay, PT minus capital TB, and it should also cross the 0. Okay, at integer multiplication of bit duration TB. So it will starts from 0 to 2 TB. It will cross the 0 from 0 and then 2 TB, then it will decay like this, right? Now our third bit sequence or binary sequence, that is 1. Again we have plotted in upper direction, that is PT minus 2 TB. Okay, what will be next? Again we have a 1. What will be next? Next pulse will be PT minus 3 TB. Next pulse will be PT minus 4 TB. PT minus 5 TB. Like this we can draw the sync pulses. Okay, and its peak value will be showing when it crosses the 0. When it crosses the 0. Okay, so it shows its peak value at the origin. Sorry, it shows its peak value at the origin. Okay, and goes through 0 at integer multiples of the bit duration TB. Right? Is it clear? Okay. Now let us discuss about the limitation of ideal Nyquist channel. So these are the limitations. As we know that we have written PF using rectangular function, and by that equation we can say that PF should be flat from minus W to plus W with a value 1 by 2W and 0 elsewhere. Okay, which is practically unrealizable, right? Because of its abrupt transition at the band edges, that is plus minus W. Okay, which is practically not possible. Now next is ISI can be avoided in Nyquist channel only if the output sync pulses from the receive filter is sampled exactly at t is equal to 0, then TB, then 2 TB, then like this, and even a slight sampling jitter will introduce the ISI. Okay, so the second point is about the time domain representation. The time domain representation of our pulse, that is PT. Okay, which we have seen in the previous slide with the help of an example. If you look at that diagram, you can analyze or observe that it is sampled at 0, TB, 2 TB, such like that. Okay, that means we have to sample exactly at these points. Okay, then only we can reduce ISI, right? So first condition is about your frequency domain representation, which is using a rectangular function, and the second point is about the time domain representation, which is using sync pulse or sync function, right? Now next point is the rate of decrease of sync pulse PT is 1 by mode of t only even at a large value of t. So the side lobe amplitudes do not decrease fast. So that is our third problem is the side lobes, which we can see in the sync pulse, in the diagram of sync pulse, it will not decrease fast, right? Okay, so these are the limitations of ideal Nyquist channel. Okay, so this is ideal case, which is only possible theoretically, but practically it is not possible, right? So today we have discussed about ideal Nyquist channel, ideal solution for ideal Nyquist channel. Okay, hope you understood. Thank you.